today we go on our very first ever night away in our new Autotrail Expedition 68. We're going off-grid to a free pub park-up. What could possibly go wrong?
Hello.
Hello.
This is David.
And this is Carol. And this is Florence. And if you know what breed of dog Florence is, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. We bought our first van. And tonight, is our first night away in it. We've done lots of day trips, just checking out all the systems, making sure the cooker works, the heating works, the hot water works. And today we've come away and we're at the Ribblehead Viaduct. We've pulled in at the Station Inn, nice little pub. It's a free park up. There's no electric hookup, but there is fresh water, waste disposal, and they give you a key to get into what I believe are toilets, but we haven't been in there yet. You check in at the bar and they give you a little chit to put in the windscreen, and that's just to say that you have registered. Been looking at vans for quite a while, actually me for many years.
I haven't.
But not Carol. And then since retiring I started looking a lot more closely at them, everything from VW campers through panel van conversions, through coach built, through to A-Class and American RVs. And those American RVs are really nice inside, but we don't have room for one, and not that great for British roads. But after going to the NEC show, visiting lots of dealers, and looking in lots and lots of vans, we've settled on this one, which was an Autotrail Expedition 68. And we did this because we like the layout. It has a fixed bed, it has a very large garage, the usual fridge, freezer, toilet, shower, cooker, and Florence loves it. And really this was one of the reasons that Carol finally came round to having a van, because we can now take Florence with us instead of putting her in kennels when we go away, which is what we normally do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different. Well, previously we've done cruises. With doing cruises, you have to be prepared and you have to take clothes for the day, clothes for early evening. It's too much, and we don't enjoy the dressing up. Absolutely hate it. But you do go to different places, and I've been talked into the fact that I can go to lots of different places.
And we can spend more time in those places.
Yeah, because if you go on a cruise, you're about 7 hours in some places. We're only going to be able to do Europe, but it does have its advantages, and of course we can take Florence, which was the selling point, that the dog can come along. The man at the dealership also had a very good selling point, that I could get all my shopping in the large garage at the rear. So I look forward to a lot more shopping.
At which point I'll be quoting payload.
Yeah, you will.
Of course, you've got to bring things with you, and we have started loading the van with all the bits and bobs we want. The nice thing is we can just load them and drive off, unlike cruising where you've got to pack big suitcases, and of course if the dog sees the suitcases, there's a little bit of anxiety there knowing you're going away, so you have to hide it from her. But on this, when you're loading the van, she's getting all excited of where are we going. We have forgotten still a few little things though, haven't we?
More than a few.
Yeah, so...
We've no pounds.
No, well, we've got
the Ridge Monkey.
We've got a Ridge Monkey, so we can do breakfast in the mornings. That's good. We've got a bottle of wine, but we've no wine glasses. We've got mugs for tea and coffee, which we've had several times. We are going in the pub for dinner, and I've seen on the menu there's a nice steak pie, so I'll be having steak pie. You'll be having
macaroni cheese.
So we'll come back to you in the morning, let you know how it went. We'll see you then. We had a good night last night, better than expected. Ate in the pub, as we said we were going to. Steak pie was nice. I think Carol enjoyed her macaroni cheese, although the garlic bread could have been a little better, I think.
A lot better.
Looks like 6 or 7 vans turned up in the late afternoon and into the evening. And as it happens today, there's I think is it called the Moon Bus or something like that?
I believe they're from Leeds.
Yeah, it's got
a telescope
in it and various artworks, and there's a couple of kids' trips come to see it. So we had some kids around until probably early evening, 8 o'clock, something like that. It wasn't too bad. And there was a little bit of noise as people were leaving the pub last night, but nothing too bad. I mean, how did you sleep?
I woke up a few times, certainly early morning. I thought people could have been going as early as 5.
Yeah, we think that one or two of the vans left early this morning, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, for a first night away, that was pretty good, I think.
And the bed was comfortable.
Yeah.
But then I think that's a lot of that is down to the topper.
Yes, we bought a topper. We knew we were going to need a topper. And,
yeah.
The heating worked well. I've looked at the temperature gauge and the history throughout the night, and we didn't drop below 18 degrees all night with the heating, which is good. Hot water this morning, had a nice hot shower. Florence had a good night, by the way. We were surprised.
Yes.
We were a little bit concerned about how she was going to settle. And she did sit up a couple of times as the bumps and bangs were there as people were leaving the pub last night, but she had a good sniff around. Bedtime biscuit. And eventually she settled down, and we haven't had a peep out of her all night.
She was in a bed all night.
Yeah, and she woke up, about 7:30, 7:45, had a good shake.
Yeah, she wanted to go out then.
Yeah, so we let her out. And
that is a bit of a problem. I let Florence out on the last thing at night and first thing on the morning. And at home, I can go out in my dressing gown. No one sees me, no one cares. But here, I've had to get dressed really quickly to let her out, and then get undressed when I get back so I can get into bed and have a cup of tea. So I'm going to have some emergency clothing for just putting on to slip out to let Florence in and out.
Which is an interesting point, really. If you've got a van like this, or even a larger motorhome, how do you deal with clothes off at night and clothes ready for in the morning? Emergency clothes, if you had to get up in the middle of the night. What is it you actually do? Where do you put them? Do you just leave them out on the seats, on the tables, or do you just leave them in the lockers where you've been storing them and get them out in the morning? So let us know in the comments. It'd be interesting to know. Having had breakfast, I think we're good to go. We're going to go a little bit earlier because there are what looks like walkers or hikers arriving and coming into the car park now. And we don't want to be in their way, and we don't want to get blocked in. So we are thinking about leaving.
Yeah. And
it's spitting with the rain again. A little bit of drizzle this morning. So we're going to move on earlier. We were going to give you a van tour this morning, but we'll delay that a little bit. Maybe later on today or maybe tomorrow. And I think we'll go back a different way to the one we came. What do you think?
Well, we can go back via Colne, can't we?
Colne.
Yeah.
That sounds like Boundary Mills to me.
Well, you need slippers.
Thought you went shopping for slippers the other day for me.
I did.
And where are they?
They didn't have any.
There were no shops in Leeds had slippers.
Well, not in your size.
4 hours.
Well, there was some eating to be done as well.
Right. Okay. Sounds like we're going back via Boundary Mills. And
for your slippers.
For my slippers. There probably won't be any there either. We're going to make a start for the day. Sounds like we're going to Boundary Mills. Well, we did make it to Boundary Mills. Surprise, surprise, no slippers. Unfortunately, the camera card was full before we got there, and yes, we now have a bigger card. But that means we weren't able to film the van tour that afternoon, so we'll make another video to cover the van, both inside and out, on another day. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button, it really helps us. If you'd like to see more videos from us, please click the subscribe button and also ring that bell to be notified of upcoming videos as they go live. Thanks for watching. See you next time.